Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 28th episode of Visioncon Spotlight, your in-depth look at the nerds you love. I'm your host, Zach Wilson. You can come here to see me today. You came to meet the woman of the hour. She's a cosplayer and the drag superstar herself. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the one, the only, Harlee Rainz. Harlee, how are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Dandy as candy. It's been a wild couple of weeks, Harlee, so it is great to finally be back doing what I do best, which is, of course, interviewing people far more talented than I am.
I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, you talk a lot to people, so that's a skill in its own, because I know so many people that are scared to talk.
Oh,
even
it's my absolute favorite thing to do, if you guys couldn't already tell.
It's one of my favorite things to do too, so we're
well, good. We came to the right place then. But Harlee, I want to jump right into it because for those of you who don't know, I am a huge Harlee Rainz fan. So I'm very excited to have this opportunity to show you guys what makes Harlee Rainz so awesome. And I want to just jump right in and start with, I want to address the elephant in the room, Harlee. So you are a drag queen. And so drag nowadays is very popular, whether it be RuPaul's Drag Race or drag birthday parties, drag parties in general. It is a very well accepted and enjoyed and adored thing in our society. But it hasn't always been.
No.
And to the fact that I would say we've done almost a complete 180 from how it used to be back in the day. So I wanted to ask you kind of your journey of being in drag and kind of how you got to the stardom that where you are today.
It's kind of wild. With this being an all age group, I'll keep the juicy details for people that follows me later on when I plug myself. But I started actually sneaking into gay clubs at 16. So way before adulthood. But yeah, I mean, I had a club to go to Sunday through Sunday. Every week I was going to high school. Probably in not the best shape that I should have. But I've always been in love with like movies and superstars and the stage. So it was just like, once I saw my first drag show at 16 years old, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's what I'm doing. And 10 years later, here we are.
So was it just kind of a switch that flipped when you saw your first drag show and you were like, that's what I want to do?
100%. It was Club Bronze in Northside, Ohio. It's downtown Cincinnati. Kesha actually wrote her a song about the bar. So, I mean, Kesha's cool. I've met her when she like first hit it big. So like, I have so many stories just from being 16 doing stuff that I shouldn't have. But yeah, as soon as that like just opener overture started playing and the lights came on and everyone was just quiet, I was like, oh, it's for me. And I'm like this little skinny blonde twink boy. For those that don't know that term, Google it when you're 18. It's nothing bad, but yeah, just as soon as that happened, I was like, holy moly. I was like, that's what I want. So I was seeing drag shows from 16 to, I had my very first booking August 19th, 2010 at Club Aquarius. That's now gone in Dayton. So that's just like a portion of what I do now.
And so what is it that you do now? Like when you say booking, what do people usually book you for?
I mean, with the pandemic shutting everything down, like this is my full-time job and I'm so blessed. I've worked my butt off to get to where I am. So to be booked now, a lot of girls just dropped off performing wise during COVID because I mean, you have to have business skills, you have to have communication skills. Like it's like me being in the scene since I was 16, that was my college of drag. So I am when I need to be 100% professional, I've had that 10 years of watching, learning, eavesdropping, probably when I shouldn't have. But it was all just, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. This is a Ravenclaw picture. I got it at Huntington Comic-Con back in June, but like I'm such a huge nerd. So like I'm a Ravenclaw, so I'm so thirsty for wisdom, but it has to be something I'm fully set on. And when I saw drag and just how the gay community, I've seen every side of the gay community. And it's been a wild ride. I'm blessed. But now that I've been back full time, like a year and a half now. So like I was performing even when we were still in the pandemic. So it's like a lot of girls just don't have the skills that I've learned over the 10 years. And it's sad because a lot of great entertainers just stopped and now they're working full-time real jobs, quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
But yeah, I mean, like when I want to do this till the day that I die, because I've been able to help so many young kids with coming out, with just having someone to talk to. So yeah, that was a lot.
Well, and it's interesting regarding that Harry Potter fandom that you were a part of, you cater towards a demographic that is, I think, often overlooked, especially perhaps in the drag community, because a lot of and it's something that a lot of our viewers relate to probably more than drag, because a lot of the drag stuff that we are talking about might be a bit new to them, but something that you do that is not at all new to most of our viewers is cosplay, and especially one character in particular, and that, of course, is Harley Quinn. So I wanted to ask you kind of how you got an interest in cosplay and what was it about Harley Quinn that appeals to you so much? Because as we all know, Harley Quinn has always been popular. That's not to be argued. However, she's definitely came into kind of her own recently, whether it be, Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, more recent comics. She's a very steadfast and very independent character that a lot of people like and relate to. So I did want to ask, what is it about Harley Quinn specifically that really speaks to you?
Funny story. I knew who the name Harley Quinn was, but I never really cared. I didn't name myself Harley because of her until I went to my very first Comic-Con, Lexington Comic-Con in Lexington, Kentucky, to meet Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger, because even as a proud, gender fluid, openly magical human that I am, Kimberly Hart, I had a crush on her. It was like my invisibility cloak. Like, I don't like I'm like, Kimberly Hart. So I met her. I just brought that Pink Ranger costume out recently. But yeah, going to my first Comic-Con, and then it was just like that stage light again, because I was like, holy crap. I was like, I can dress as a pink Power Ranger and more people want to talk to me. I love to talk and I love attention. But I was just like, holy crap. I was like, what in the world? And then fast forward, I've been going to Lexington Comic-Con from 2014 up until pandemic year. So thankfully we're back in September, and I have such a huge family out of that. One of my best friends, I talk a lot, I'm sorry, so tell me to hush if you need a break.
That's what people are here for.
We are best friends. I love this woman to death. We have known each other since, I want to say 2015 or 2016. Her cosplay is Anna Mia. We've been best friends now for 5-6 years. So she's internationally known. She's traveled the world with cosplay. She's beautiful inside and out. Cosplays are amazing. She's going to text me after this gets posted, and she's like, I hate when you gush me up, because we gush each other up all the time. And it's like, we actually Scream Queens. I was Chanel and she was Chanel number 3, I think. So like we have such. I totally. I don't know if she'd be up for it, but I would love to vlog with us because like the stuff that her fans and now with my drag following, I have kind of like a mini tiny little fan base at Lexington because I'm there every year. People know me. Like I'm just so loud and loving and just annoying to a lot of people, but I'm unforgettable. But yeah, just we'll go back to Harlee now because again I talk a lot. But yeah, everyone should follow Anna Mia and you should get her on here. She is such a beautiful soul. So yeah. So Harlee, didn't care about that character. I was like, cool, she's a clown. I'm trying to be hot. I'm trying to be a supermodel. And then I think it was like once Suicide Squad, the first one, like the images, excuse me, the images started leaking. There's a YouTuber called Glam and Gore. She did like a Harley Quinn, like Suicide Squad look before like anyone. So I was like, holy crap. I was like, just like the aesthetic of it, like blue and pink and just kind of, I love street style, like Japanese street style, just like LA and kind of like the slums, kind of like just very,
oh yeah,
whatever with your fashion. But that look, I was just like, oh my God. So then that's when I literally probably, I have such amazing friends, family, and fans because like when I need a new cosplayer, I don't need a new cosplay, but when I'm wanting to bring a new character for people that are following me and waiting, I got the first Suicide Squad Harley out, the whole outfit, wig, and everything in like a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my God, I was like, like freaking out. And then that's when I started fully like reading into her. I was born in 92. That's when she like first was debuted. We're gonna go with that word. I was like, okay, same year. I was like, I'm an Aquarius. I'm full-heartedly like the crazy Aquarius, but like if you're on my team, I'd fight for you. So I was like, this character has beaten up children, has killed people. I was like, I'm not gonna obviously do anything of that because I'm too pretty for prison. But yeah, just once I fully like started looking into who she was, how she came about, and then like my story. I mean, I've been through trauma. We all have, but I mean, I've been in a physical altercation with an ex. So I was like, holy crap. Harley Joker. I'm like, I don't want to be in that, but being just like in that situation, I was like, holy crap. I was like, well, time to start. I have probably, my cosplay closet is like right there. But I probably have 10 Harley looks now. So it's like, I'm thankful I have found like a character that I'm so close with after like legitimately reading about the character. And it's like, it's so weird because like this is line work and color on a piece of paper. It's not a real person. But then like, it's just so weird because now like I'm booked for Halloween for Harley. Pretty much anywhere I go, especially like new bars, are like, can you bring Harley? And I was like, yeah. Because it's like, I don't want to be fully associated with that character because I'm very about originality, being myself. I mean, I don't want to be tied to one. If it makes me money and people are enjoying it, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's like there comes a point where I'm like, I don't want to be Harley with 2 E's as Ley. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You don't want to be typecasted.
Yeah. And I mean, the money's amazing when I am Harley and I embody that character. But it's just like, that's why I'm like, I love doing like off the wall characters. Like I'm getting ready to do the Conehead daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So um so I'm like, and I mean I love her Harry Potter. I have like 15 wands hanging like right over there on my wall. I love Power Rangers, I love Beetleborgs, I love Jim and the Holograms, like but it's like always back to Harlee, and I'm like, sometimes I wish I never made my drag pretty. I wish I had like a unibrow, like gap tattoos and like crazy stuff, which I can do that, and I bring it out normally for Halloween, because if I do it like in July, people are like, Harlee, are you okay? I'm like, girl, it's
all right.
it's fine. But yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. I always say that being able to my transformation is ridiculous. I'm sure you can find a picture, but if you guys follow me at Harlee Rainz on Instagram, I post pictures of my ugly duckling self all the time because it's hilarious, and then now I'm a swan. So it's definitely a journey. But with back to Harlee, it's like, it's a blessing and a curse, because yes, I love that character. That character pays my bills. But it's also like, hi, can I just like wear a trash bag and do cartwheels for y'all? I'm lazy sometimes.
At this point, you've earned it.
Yeah, and I do it, and I make money doing that too, because people just don't expect me. Like, I'll come out in a $1,000 outfit and then a 50-cent trash bag and make more wearing the trash bag than I do wearing ostrich feathers and rhinestones. So yeah,
you're dedicated to the craft. Nobody can say otherwise.
Very much so.
Well, trash bags and Harley Quinn aside, I wanted to get a little serious for kind of our last topic. Oh. So a lot of folks watching at home usually tune in for, the nerdy topics, to meet the wonderful guests, and you are no different, Harlee. But I wanted to specifically talk about, to anyone out there right now who might want to get into drag or are wanting to come out, but might be afraid to, whether it be societal norms or coming out to a relative or anything like that, because no matter what, yes, we are a lot more progressive than we used to be, but we're not quite where we should be. So did you have any tips for anyone who's maybe watching right now, who, like I said, either might want to get into drag or maybe even have trouble coming out?
Okay, that's a lot. So are you ready? Okay. This is probably going to be your longest interview video ever, and that's totally fine, because I love to talk. So with drag, don't do it. This quote is for my best friend, Jason. He's been my best friend for almost 10 years. He fully supports me if I need some stupid, outrageous costume. He's the person to buy it for him. I love him, but don't do drag. It's a trap. It's a trap. Oh my God. If all my nerds out there, if you know what movie that is from or what series, but no, me personally growing up, I mean, I hate talking about bullying, but I was bullied horribly growing up for being diabetic, because I was weird. Harlee has to give shots. That's weird. And then I knew who I was. Not fully, obviously, because I was 5. But I knew that, yes, I thought girls were like, oh my God, she's pretty. But I'm like, I can be prettier.
I love it.
And like finding the Spice Girls at such an early age, I know people laugh at me all the time and they like poke fun at me. But like, I mean, I have the Spice Girls tattooed right here. I have like 5 or 6 Spice Girl tattoos, and I'll probably get 5 or 6 more.
Yeah.
But finding them at such a young age, they have saved me many times. And if they ever see this, I literally will die, but putting it out in the universe. But yeah, I mean, my closest people know that, I mean, when I'm at that such dark place in the gay community, I mean, depression, just being not accepted, and we'll get to that. But yeah, I love the Spice Girls, and they have, so like finding them at such a young age. And then I just knew that I was like, I would see men and like dads, and even at such a young age, I was like, that's the dad. That's the dad.
How you see him.
Yeah. And like not knowing later down the line how that term is associated within the community as a subcategory. So I've always been very in tune with just not really caring about people, because my mom kept my hair long for the longest and I'm so mad I ever cut it. But everyone's like, oh my God, she's so pretty. And my mom really didn't care. But my papa, I love him to death, but he's very, very Southern white male from decades ago, still kind of in that mindset. But I think me coming out at such a young age, I helped him see the world through my eyes. So yeah, it's just, I thought, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. What were I talking? Oh, helping people come out. Yeah. We're back. Rewind.
We got back there.
We're back. Sorry, my brain is like, my lips are like.
In your defense, I hit you with the most stacked question ever.
It was. But yeah, coming out at such a young age, I think I helped him see through like rainbow colored lenses. We'll go with that. So I've always been like the black sheep of the family. I've always been the crazy one, the weird one, it's just a phase. Reality check, it's not a phase.
If you couldn't tell.
It is not a phase. So it's people that are coming out, I mean, take your time. I mean, look at some of these celebrities that are coming out as trans, coming out as non-binary, even pansexual, asexual, whatever. You've got one life. If you're comfortable enough coming out with, say, 5 friends, that's your family. Like the community, we get to pick who. I mean, I have fully cut out 95% of my family. I don't talk to them. I have everything blocked. I have restraining orders up if I need it, just because of the trauma and the BS that I went through for 15 years. I've always been I got diagnosed. I'm going to rewind a little bit. I got diagnosed with diabetes at 5. So I had to grow up at 5 years old.
Wow. I
started doing my own shots, everything at 7. And then probably fully by like 8. So, yeah, it's just, and then I came out and it's just, that's a whole nother story. I don't want to talk about it. It's bad juju. But I wholeheartedly believe that if you need to cut toxic people out of your life, even if they're family and blood, because I know so many kids. I talked to a girl right now that I just met a couple weeks ago. Family doesn't support her. She's questioning some things. I don't want to put all her business out, but when I see that, I'm so blessed with my family that I still do talk to that fully support me. So I mean, it hurts my heart because I mean, even other countries, when they're blasting that some gay man was just beat to death, I don't believe in blasting that. I don't believe in blasting, oh, this person died today. That's weird to me personally. Because that just, I mean, granted, celebrities, like, if I do make it big, I'm like, if I die, just make the whole TV baby pink that says LOL, and that means I have passed to the other side.
We'll know what it means.
Yeah, make it. I think that's so weird to me. So when you've got an 8-year-old that's questioning their sexuality, and then you see in Cuba or wherever else country that doesn't accept our community at all, that someone was just beheaded. That is so just, and then for parents to be like, well, that's going to be you if you don't, and it's just, that's disgusting.
Oh yeah, the fact that they feel the need to appropriate
this
that
got deep, and I'm so sorry, but
it's what I feel like. That is what a lot of people need to hear, and I agree with you in the fact that, you know, whether or not our intentions, you know, the further we share this rhetoric, the more it is able to used by these regressive people as fear mongering, and it makes it that much harder for people to come out.
Yeah, and you can leave this in, you can take it, I don't care, but the religious groups in America, it's gone way past, oh, these are my morals, that they're using that wholly as a weapon against something because they are so close-minded. And that's a whole another terrifying topic, that these kids that are being forced to go to Christian schools, that are being told, if you kiss another girl, you kiss another boy, this or that, you're going to go to hell. That's just, it's crazy to me.
They've tailored the rhetoric to be very self-serving.
Yeah, very. And it's just like, in the past, like, I've been in the entertainment business drag-wise for the past 15 years, technically, but me personally, professionally, for the past 10. But I've helped raise over $6.7 million, I think, with so many different charity groups.
That's incredible.
So, yeah. And I mean, I give back all the time. I love doing it because I love my kids. I love doing kid-friendly shows. I fully support Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter. If you're minorities, I mean, the gay community is a minority. I mean, I'm with everyone. I don't believe in the government. I don't believe in all that crap. That's a whole nother book. But
a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, it's just, and people that like fully don't know me. I mean, I don't work in Cincinnati, Ohio, just because rumors and people just trying to, and crazy rumors. But people that know me, my following, know who I am. So it was just all just, and the fact that some of them took it so far to go as disgusting as what was posted is just beyond me, because these people fight for equality. These people fight for mental health. And it was just a whole, like, I was just so mind boggled, because being type 1 diabetic, me being so into what's coming, I'm such into fashion, like me trying to keep everything, I do almost everything alone. So it's like, hi, I have this horrible rumor going on about me, trying to keep diabetes in check. It was just like, I was just so mind boggled that how could you be so two-faced to a community that needs us, that have a voice, and then try to tear each other down? So it was just, and when I see that, and I feel bad for some of the Black men in the community, because it's so looked down upon for them to be feminine. And it's just like, why? I know so many beautiful Black men that are feminine, but they will turn around and beat your booty and protect and defend what they love. And it's so mind boggling to me. But I tell people I'm not from this planet, because I just don't understand how us as humans, yes, many different colors, but if I chop your arm off, we're the same color, girl.
That's a very beautiful, in a way to look at it.
Yeah, beautiful yet like what? Like, but I love horror. But yeah, I'm thankful we got to do this, because I don't get to have a bigger platform to like go that deep.
Absolutely.
So it's like, yeah. I guess I don't let many, I mean, I had a 4 to college to be a teacher. I'm highly educated, but with my brand, my posture, the way I carry myself at my shows, people automatically think, oh, Harlee's X-rated 24/7.
Nah.
I was like, I have so many kids in my life. Kids were my first passion, because I just love, now that I'm fully covered in tattoos, I would love to read kids' mind, because they always are looking. They're always like, you can just tell that look. Their kids are like, what in the world? But they're also, I mean, smile at me. I mean, I have Pikachu right here.
Woo!
I've had kids like grab my hand, and I'm like, what the heck? Moms are like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they're just like, Pikachu. And I'm just like, oh my God, just melt. So yeah, it's just funny that I'm glad we got to do this, because there's so many sides of me that I don't let many people see just because they still try to use it against me.
Well, you're an icon in every aspect of the word, Harlee.
Yeah.
And speaking on that, and kind of a weird tone shift from the serious topics that we were just discussing.
It's like a roller coaster.
It's just like a roller coaster. And we're at our final stop because, ladies and gentlemen, fans of the show know that it's time for the plug zone. Harlee Rainz, now is your opportunity to plug, promote, advertise, whatever verb you want to use, anything you want. The floor is yours.
So, all right, I'm going to plug myself and a few other people that I love. So, I have 2 Instagrams. Don't come at me. I'm just trying, okay? I have at Gnarly Harlee Cosplay. That's NARLEEHARLEE. And if you don't know how to spell cosplay, I'm sorry. Message me $1 and I'll teach you. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. And then I have my actual page where I post all my show stuff, silly behind the scenes stuff, and it's just my name. It's Harlee Rainz. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but if you need to talk to me, and it's like legit serious and stuff, message me on Facebook Messenger at Harlee Rainz. I have a lot to plug. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But yeah, if you need to talk, if you need to ask a question about drag, coming out, anything, I am usually up till 2 a.m, but if I don't see it, then I'll message you as soon as I wake up. Facebook. We're back to Facebook. I'm not actually on Facebook anymore, but I do have my Harlee's Hideout. So if you follow that, I post my show schedule. My momager, is that what the Kardashians call their mom?
I love it if they do.
My mom is now doing that for me, so she'll be able to post my stuff. And if you message that page, if she doesn't know what to say, I'll eventually obviously hear from it. So, and then follow my friend Mia. She's an amazing cosplayer friend. You need to interview her. So I'm going to take it with. It's Anna Mia here on Instagram. She does Twitch. She's on YouTube. She's on Twitter, everywhere. I'm on Twitter too at Gnarly Harlee Cosplay. And then in September, you guys should come see me and Anna Mia and check out Lexington Comic Con from September 9th through the 13th. And I think that's it.
All right, guys. And I have all those links plus more down in the description box below for you guys to check out. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 28 of Visioncon Spotlight. But before we wrap things up, Harlee, are there any final thoughts to leave us on? Sage-like wisdom. Anything at all?
Just that even though this world is so crazy, to follow your dreams. I know it's a lot of darkness, but if you need some light, I have a beautiful ring light. So message me and I can help in any way possible. And if you need a laugh, I have a lot of stupid videos, so I can always cheer you up. Stay strong, stay beautiful, and I will see you soon.
Genuinely couldn't have said it better myself. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 28 of Visioncon Spotlight. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I'm your host, Zach Wilson, but much more importantly, this has been my very special guest, Harlee Rainz. Make sure to check out all the links down in the description box below, guys. And until next time,
much for having me.
Always remember, guys, that life's better when you have friends to share it with.